Round of rainfall, I guess you could say that way, is moving through right now across the Tennessee Valley, really across much of the state of Alabama. But that's all that we've really been experiencing so far, thankfully, is just heavy amounts of rainfall. Now, the rain will continue throughout today, into tonight, and into the early morning hours for your Saturday. And then we will have some colder air build back into the Tennessee Valley after all of this rain is said and done. So we've got a low pressure system that's attached to this cold front. It's going to continue to move north and east, and that's why we will continue to see rain and potentially a few thunderstorms develop throughout the rest of today and into tonight. That's where we will have to watch for that very small severe weather risk that we have for today. So right now, looking at our FOX54 radar, the western side of the Tennessee Valley is starting to see a dry period, but rain is, I can assure you, rain is on the way. So we're not done with the rain just quite yet. But areas really east of the Huntsville metro are continuing to see that rainfall move through, really focusing on DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall counties, seeing the heavier pockets of rainfall at the moment. Now, just within the past 24 hours, Russellville is getting really close to hitting that 1 inch of accumulation so far. Pulaski also getting close to it as well. Here in Huntsville, we're just over half of an inch of rainfall, and Coleman is just shy of 3/4 of an inch of rainfall, but we are expecting these rain accumulation totals to continue throughout today and into tonight. That's why the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch in effect for the entire Tennessee Valley. This will last until noon tomorrow due to the ongoing rainfall we are expecting across the area. So let's go ahead and time it out hour by hour on our future cast. Here's right around 4 o'clock. So we are still expecting to see that first round of rain that I showed you on our radar just a few moments ago. This is really what we're talking about. And this rain is kind of staying stationary pretty much, but that first batch of rain will eventually move out of the way, and then we have secondary development back behind it. This is where we're going to have to watch for that small risk for maybe a few strong to severe thunderstorms to move through. This is later this afternoon and into tonight. Notice how we're picking up on the reds and the yellows. That could be some indication of some heavier rainfall rates and potentially some thunderstorms. So we will continue to see rain accumulations rise heading into the early morning hours for your Saturday. We'll have more rainfall waking up Saturday morning, but by the time we get to about lunchtime and beyond on Saturday, we'll start to dry out a little bit, and then it looks like we'll stay dry for the remainder of your Saturday. Maybe a few isolated showers could redevelop back behind that main line that we're going to be tracking today, but other than that, for the most part, we are expected to start a drying out process. Now, the Storm Prediction Center, they have moved the slight risk further towards the south. So our area no longer included in that. We're just in a marginal risk. So if we do have any severe weather that does develop, the greatest chance is going to be really areas close to Tuscaloosa and south of Tuscaloosa. So really focus on South Alabama for that severe weather threat for today and into tonight. So as mentioned, we've got marginal risk, so that's level 1 out of 5 for this afternoon. We are really going to be focused the most on the heavy rainfall that could potentially be leading to some flash flooding, localized area flash floodings if you live along creeks and rivers, watching those areas specifically as well. And if you have any areas that are really hard to drain, you might have some leftover leaves or something stuck in the drains. We're going to be watching for those areas as well, because we are expecting at least another 1 to 2 inches of rainfall across the area. So no hail expected today. Our secondary threat behind the flash flooding is going to be the potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and a few tornadoes. Yes, that is listed, but the chance for that is extremely low. I do want to reiterate that we do have that small threat, but we're not really worried on it, if we're being quite honest. But we just could have that maybe 1 or 2 spin up tornado move through, but like I mentioned, not really focused on that the most, because we have had this first round of rainfall move through, and it's kind of helped to stabilize our atmosphere a little bit. So throughout the next a couple of hours and into tomorrow, we're still expecting to see a lot of rain move through, especially on the eastern side of the Tennessee Valley. And notice, I would say probably South Coleman County and to the south, that's probably where majority of the rainfall accumulation is going to fall, so really central Alabama. But we're still expected to see a lot of rainfall across the area. So here's really where you can see across the region just exactly where majority of that rainfall accumulation is expected to occur. And like I said, central Alabama looks like it's going to be seeing the worst of it. Now, after this rain moves through, we will see those temperatures start to fall. So tomorrow's high in the low 60s, but heading into Sunday, because of that cold front that is responsible for all the rain that we're seeing across the Tennessee Valley right now, we'll start to see our temperatures fall off and we'll be below average heading into the second half of this weekend and into the early part of next week. And then it looks like temperatures really not expecting to rebound a whole lot heading into next week. Tuesday looks to be the warmest day throughout the next 7 days besides tomorrow. And then it looks like after Tuesday, temperature is going to be dropping off once again, and it looks like we'll have another cold spell heading our way Thursday into Friday of next week. So we will continue to track the rainfall here across the Tennessee Valley, and of course, if we have any more updates that we need to push out to you, we will do so. But until then, we're just going to keep watching this radar. We're going to be watching those temperatures drop off heading into the next couple of days, and of course, we're going to keep our eyes really close on the severe weather risk for today and into tonight that is really, really low.